Get started today, you guys. We're on day 12. Day 12. 1, 2. Right? So we're in Proverbs 12. I'm going to go ahead and start reading that. I read it in the Message Bible, but I think I want to read it in New King James for you. So, and you know I'm not the best reader. Kim's better than me, but
Why are we competing?
She's just better than me. Whoever loves instruction loves knowledge, but he who hates correction is stupid. A good man obtains favor from the Lord, but a man of wicked intentions he will condemn. A man is not established by wickedness, but the root of the righteous cannot be moved. An excellent wife is the crown of her husband, but she who causes shame is like rottenness in his bones. The thoughts of the righteous are right, but the counsels of the wicked are deceitful. The words of the wicked are lie in wait for blood, but the mouth of the upright will deliver them. The wicked are overthrown and are no more, but the house of the righteous will stand. A man will be condemned according to his wisdom, but he who is of a perverse heart will be despised. I said that wrong. A man will be commended according to his wisdom, but he who is of a perverse heart will be despised. Better is the one who is slighted but has a servant than he who honors himself but lacks bread. A righteous man regards the life of his animal, but the tender mercies of the wicked are cruel. But he who tills his land will be satisfied with bread, but he who follows frivolity is devoid of understanding. I was going to read that in the other one, but it's not open. What do you have, Passion?
That's what number?
That was 11.
Yeah, okay. It says, he who works his land will have abundant food, but he who chases fantasies lacks judgment.
Thank you. This one was kind of... I'm going back on 12. If that's okay with you guys. If it's something that sounds crazy, we'll switch it back and get it better. So the wicked covet the catch of evil men, but the root of the righteous yields fruit. The wicked is ensnared by the transgression of his lips, but the righteous will come through trouble. Yes. I like to say that. I said it with the wrong intonation. Got to get that one right. The wicked is ensnared by the transgression of his lips, but the righteous will come through trouble.
Yeah.
A man will be satisfied with good by the fruit of his mouth, but the recompense of a man's hands will be rendered unto him. Can you read 14?
Mm-hmm. From the fruit of his lips, a man is filled with good things, as surely as the work of his hands reward him. Yeah. Then I have this open too, so if you want me to start on this one.
I think that was important to hear that one, right? All right. The way of a fool is right in his own eyes, but he who heeds counsel is wise. A fool's wrath is known at once, but a prudent man covers shame. He who speaks truth declares righteousness, but a false witness deceit. There is one who spreads like the piercings of a sword, but the tongue of the wise promotes health. Can you read 18?
Mm-hmm. Rash language cuts and maims, but there is healing in the words of the wise.
The truthful lip shall be established forever, but a lying tongue is but for a moment. Mm-hmm. Deceit is in the heart of those who deceive evil, but counselors of peace have joy. No grave trouble will overtake the righteous, but the wicked shall be filled with evil. Lying lips are an abomination to the Lord, but those who deal truthfully are his delight. A prudent man conceals his knowledge, but the heart of fools proclaims foolishness. Can you read 23?
Mm-hmm. I have them in 2 versions. Which one you want? Okay. Prudent people don't flaunt their knowledge. Talkative fools broadcast their silliness.
I thought we pulled that out for you. I'm on 24. So it says, the hand of the diligent will rule, but the lazy man will be put to forced labor.
Oh, my God.
I guess that's clear enough, right? Anxiety in the heart of a man causes depression.
So true.
But a good word makes it glad.
That's good.
The The righteous should choose his friends carefully. We talked about that yesterday. But the way of the wicked leads them astray. Mm-hmm. The righteous shall choose his friends carefully. He says, for the way of the wicked leads them astray. The lazy man does not roast what he took in hunting, but diligence is man's precious possession. Can you do 27?
Yes. A lazy life is an empty life, but early to rise gets the job done.
In the last verse, 28 says, in the way of righteousness is life, and in its pathway there is no death.
And I want to read that in the Message. Good men and women travel right into life. Sin's detours take you straight to hell.
Excellent. I like that way we did that. I think we should do that each time.
Okay, do a couple here and there.
Because sometimes when we read the New King James, like the wording is like
Yeah.
good, and sometimes it's not. And I think the hearing in the different ones.
Yeah, I did international and mission. I did back and forth. So
this is new international.
Yes.
Okay. Application today, you guys. Our life application today. So again, Proverbs 12 is where we are. So for the life application today, I titled it Wisdom: Listen for all three. Mm-hmm. Listen for all three. So I'm just going to read it to you. You guys, it says, this verse helps us, and we're talking about Proverbs 12 and 18, which is where we pulled it mostly from. So I'll read you the verse so you'll know what it is. I'll read it in this one. You can read it in one of the other ones. Okay. It says, there is one who speaks like piercings of a sword, but the tongue of the wise promotes health.
And in the New International, it says, reckless words pierce like a sword, but the tongue of the wise brings healing. And in the Message, it says, fools have short fuses. Rush language cuts and maims, but there is healing in the words of the wise.
All right, so speaking too fast and then listening. So that's kind of the comparison here.
Lesson for us all there.
Right. So this verse helps us compare helpful words with hurtful words. Mm-hmm. We use reckless words when we just say something without thinking about how it may make the other person feel. So that's reckless, right? Mm-hmm. So often this results in piercing words that hurts people. When we talk without thinking, talk out of emotions and feelings, we can hurt folks. And when people do that, it can hurt us.
Yeah. And it hurts us anyway.
Right.
When we open our mouth and say crazy things too.
Yes.
So if we're on the end of receiving it, or if we're the one giving it, we're hurting ourselves and others. Right. Yeah, everybody's getting hurt.
Right. You ever did that, and then afterwards you're like, oh man,
should have shut my big old mouth.
Yeah. How do I get that back?
And you can't.
That one of those. So on any given day, check this out. This is where my mind was when I was writing this. On any given day, the average person may experience more hurt by friends and family who say impulsive and cutting things than actual physical wounds that they may have inflicted throughout their lifetime. Mm-hmm. So people close to us are the ones that can cut us a little more. Why? Because our defense is down.
Yeah, and that's a good way to say it. Your defense is down on both sides. Right. So as a parent to a child, you just feel like you can say it as a child to a parent, or husband or sibling to sibling. Both of your defenses are down. Right. And so you just feel comfortable in telling them because you really have no intention to hurt them. Right.
Yeah. My old pastor, Elder West, used to grow up. Anybody that knows me from back in the day, when I say Elder West, you probably start smiling, right? But he used to always get up and say, you always hurt the ones you love. The one you love. I guess that was an old song or something. But
yeah.
You'd always say that because your defenses are down. You don't mean to do it, but it's there, right?
Yeah.
So my point is that their words cut the heart like it's a sword being pushed through it. And they don't even mean to hurt you, right? My point that I'm trying to make is not to get you to focus on the family, but to focus on the words. We have to think about what we're saying.
Help us, Lord.
So the contrast here is between cutting words that are spoken rashly or harshly or without thinking, and then thoughtful words that bring health and bring life and bring support, right? So the tongue is like a weapon, right? And it can either destroy or it can build. So a weapon can destroy or it can build. They use dynamite to carve out parts of the mountain and rock so they can build highways and tunnels and things of that sort. Or they use dynamite to tear down things that they don't want to be there. So your tongue is a weapon that can destroy or build, and you have to choose what it's going to do. You have to be intentional about it, right?
And if you use your tongue wisely, then it can do what it does first and then build.
Right.
But we just have to.
Right.
That's why it says no man can tame the tongue. You need the Holy Spirit to help you.
Right.
To know when and what to say.
It's interesting. Lord. Interesting. I think what Kim is saying is that sometimes we're doing some remodeling in the house as you can see. So in order to remodel some things, you got to first break it down.
Absolutely.
You got to tear the stuff off the walls and off the floors and expose pipes and ducts and all kinds of things. So
mold.
So what is that? I'm going to say renovation first. Often requires demolition.
Yeah, demolition is definitely first.
So that tongue can demolish something first before building it up, right? But that is the power of the tongue, right?
And then the mindset also behind it, your purpose for what you say. We just have to be so careful.
Yes.
But if you don't tear it down, the worst thing to do is build on top of some foolishness or some mess.
And that thing cycles back around.
Absolutely.
It's
we're learning it with our house. Put a fresh coat of paint on stuff that you haven't. Yeah, and it's like, oh man, we got to do that again.
You're saying that. You got to prime that. You got to. So, I personally believe that the tongue is the most dangerous part of the body until it's totally tamed through discipline and determination and submitted to wisdom. Discipline, determination, and submitted to wisdom. Something wise or something greater, something more knowledgeable and experienced than it. So I listen to people who have been where I'm going, who have been there a little longer, who have experienced what I want to experience. Sometimes those folks are younger than me, millennials. And I'm watching even sometimes my grandkids, Gen Zs, and things that they're saying, I'm learning from them. And that's curbing what I'm speaking. So you got to tame it. You got to tame it, right? So once that occurs, then meaning the tongue becomes a healing balm. Once you discipline it and you're determined to discipline it, you submit it, it becomes a healing balm, because a wise person can use the tongue to build up their fellow man instead of breaking them down. When we stop to think before we speak and we put the other person before ourselves, it is then that we speak wisely. Not until then. Stop to think and put someone before you. I didn't say think of them greater than you. I said before you.
Before you respond.
Right.
Sure.
So why? Because our job is to plant. We've been designed to plant. We've been designed to create, to deposit, or to incubate. We've been designed to do those things. We can't reap before we sow. Yeah. We have a garden in the backyard, and we broke that ground up. If we just broke that ground up and put those rows there and then put any seeds in there, nothing would have grew except the seeds that fly in the wind, the grass seeds and the dandelions and stuff like that. But we had to intentionally put something in the ground and take care of it, before it came out. So that's what we're saying to you. You've got to put someone and something, a cause, a meaning first. You speak into that. That is wisdom. That's when wisdom starts to grow. So finally, we just want to say to you, ask you a question is, what can you do in a tense situation to help make sure that you don't say something that you will regret later? You got to listen for all three. Whew. That's our life application today.
That's a lifelong application that we have to apply, because that is something that we got to think about for every day. I got to be so light.
So you ready to start? Chest opener, lift the knee. So again, you're always keeping that core erect, right? I want those shoulders parallel to the ground. Nice, easy pace. So I'm feeling in my core when I lift my knee. I try to get my knee as high as I can. I tuck my chin so that my shoulders are back, my body's erect. Head and eyes to the front. 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring the knees together, hands together, and just lunge. Lunge backwards. So you're just starting, so you're probably not going to let it go back too far. That's okay. Just getting your body warmed up. Opening that chest, stepping back, straight leg. So we stand low impact today. So I want you to keep that head, that chin tucked, Thinking about 3 lines. So now I'm just going to lunge side to side. So your chest is out, your back is flat, your core is tight, you're pushing your butt back. If you can only stay high, then stay high. If you can go low, to your knee, go low.
Listen to your body. Don't strain anything.
So you're going to feel this on the inside of your thigh there. Don't hurt it. If you can go wider, go wider. So you're going straight down to the ground, right? You want to go to a downward dog, back to plank, spider up, bring your foot back to plank, downward dog, back to plank, spider up.
And I'm going to show you the modified version.
Downward dog,
your knee is
back
bent.
to plank, spider up. Him showing you the modified, just not planking. You're going to feel this in your lower back because you're just getting stretched out. So now we need to stand up, come back to your knees. One leg up, the other leg up. We're going to pencil squat. Why is this feet just a little wider than shoulders? So you're going to a squat, hands down, pencil up. So what you're thinking here is kind of move your foot up like a pendulum. You're trying to keep your legs straight the whole way that you lift your foot up. Kim, what's the modified?
It's the same thing. We're just not doing any high kicks.
So it's a lower kick.
Keep your core tight.
So the reason why you want to keep that leg straight is you want to put all that weight in that core when you lift that foot. There you go. Push your shoulders, hands and shoulders down. Long neck.
I gotta adjust my camera so they can see you, because some people aren't doing modified when you're going further over.
So we're going to go for our first stretch. Right foot forward, chest high. Bring your body down. You can bend that back leg. Pull your toe up. You're just stretching that calf. Straight back. Head neutral spine. 3, 2, 1. Bring your feet together. Push the other one back. Bring it down. Grab that other calf. Stretch it. Bring your feet together. Roll your body up. What we're going now is into a lunge. Whichever foot forward you want. So I want that back knee bent. The body up and down. 3 lines. Hope you can see my whole body.
If you can't balance, hold on.
So you're just going to pulse here. So try to keep that core tight. Put that weight. I actually tighten my back booty. Right? 3, 2, 1. Switch your legs. Same thing. That's good. This is the tougher side for me. I hurt my toe back in the day. So you're pushing that foot back. Tightening that back glute there. Keeping those hands up as a weight. Engaging the core. 3, 2, 1. Bring your feet together. Going back to a stretch, quad stretch. So it's an active quad stretch. Side to side. Try to keep your balance. Find your spot. Again, me touching my opposite shoulder helps me keep my balance. It's an active stretch. There you go. If you need a chair, hold on to a chair. If you need a wall, hold on to a wall.
If you need to slow down, slow down. So you can get your balance.
All right, so this one's ugly for me. So it's a pulse. You're going into an airplane, right? And you're just kind of pulsing up and down. You need a wall to hold on to the wall. If you can hold your hands up, hold your hands up. You hold them back, Whatever works for you. But you're working that front leg. You're going to feel that. 3, 2, 1. Same thing with the other leg. Bring it up. That core is tight.
This leg of mine is a little different.
One leg is going to be stronger than the other. One ability to get flatter on your back is going to be better than the other. Your balance is going to be better on one side than the other. That's okay. Pulsing. 3, 2, 1, bring it up. Now you're going to bring those feet wide. Right, I want my toes tracked out over my knees, and I'm just stretching. I'm just going side to side.
If you're on my page and you can't see Newt, switch to his page. His video is much clearer. You can see him better. And his is widescreen. So,
where you're stretching here is that hip flexor and that oblique. I want you to hold yourself centered now. Same thing, try to straighten your body up and down. Right? Means you got to tuck those hips. Right? What I want you to do, bring your arms out and just pulse. See, I take my hands and I turn them upward. It forces me to take my shoulders backwards, my body erect, so that I'm not leaning forward. This is about stretching those inner thighs. It engages your back. If you can't go so low, I'm pretty high. Just go as low as you can. If you can't, if you need to rest, bring it up and get back down there. This is one of them dancer moves. I have a respect for dancers. Got about 10 seconds on this one. Should be burning a little. Force yourself to keep the form. 3, 2, 1. Bring it up. Hands all the way up. Coming down to the flat back. All the way down if you can. If you can't, go to your knees. From here, you're just going to touch each side. Side to side. You see Kim doing it, walking her hands low.
You can walk them low or you can bring them across. If it's easier to walk it low, walk it low. If not, just switch them like an airplane.
3 seconds, 2 seconds, 1 second. We're going right into plank. So I want your shoulders, wrists, and elbows in line. Hopefully you can see me. Right. For this one, you're bringing that arm up, back, up, and back. Okay. The modifiers on the knees.
Yes, on the knees.
Right? You want to keep those hips parallel to the floor. You don't want to turn the hip. You want to keep it parallel to the floor so that you're working that core.
The difference with the modified is your arms are reaching beyond your shoulders out in front of you.
So you're switching arms each time, guys. So here's what I want. I don't want your butt in the air like that. I want your butt flat. You're pushing your heels back. So you're putting this in your core.
Hold your core in nice and tight.
There you go. Head neutral spine. Keep the focus. Shoulders, arms, and wrists in line when you bring it down. Come back into child's pose. Come from child pose. We're going to cobra. Keeping your hands up, pushing your hips down in the floor. Shoulders long, shoulders down, neck long. Let's go back to child's pose. Push it back. Remember, you're pushing your hands this way on the child's pose. Come back to the cobra. So I want you to come straight up into your plank.
Us on our knees.
So modified move, you stand on your knees, you're just going out, out, what is it? Out, out, up, up.
Okay.
Out, out, up.
So it should be out, in, tap.
So for the regular move, it's the actual move over, side step, bring it up. Wait a minute, I'm forgetting the move now. It's over, over, up, tap, tap. Over, over, tap, tap.
So ours is 1, 2, 3, 4, tap, tap. 1, 2, 3, 4, tap, tap. Arms are in front of you.
You're doing an amazing job, you guys. Tap, tap. Over, bring it back. Tap, tap. Over, bring it back. Tap, tap. One more. Tap, tap. Bring it down to your knees. I want you straight up and down on your knees. Bring your hands behind your back. Push them down, straight up. Tuck that chin so that you're putting that stretch in the shoulders and in your core, in your chest. Bring your hands out, palms out. Stretch that middle back. Straight up in the air. 4, 3, 2, 1. This is a tough move here. So, modified move first is you're coming down, right? You're going back, up. So wait a minute. I gotta do the regular move first.
Yeah, do yours. I'll
So
modify.
1, 2, 3, 4, up, down. 1, 2, 3, 4, up, and stand up.
Okay.
You're doing one side this time.
So modified, we're just going to, I don't know if we plank walk.
So you're going 1, 2, 3, 4, up, back.
1, 2, 3, 4. I don't think we're supposed to plank. We're going to do the step touch because I don't think we're supposed to be planking. 3, 4, step, touch. 2, 3, 4, step.
Bring it up. You're just going to open your shoulders
Step.
and close them. Open your chest. Close that chest. Open the chest. Close the chest. Open the chest. Close the chest. Come all the way down back to plank. This time it's reciprocating knee. Reciprocating knee. So what you're doing is you're holding yourself in plank. Push those heels back. Keeping that core tight. Your butt level. Head neutral spine. And you're just reciprocating your knees like this. You should feel that in the middle of your lower abs.
It's like mountain walking.
So you're keeping your feet at the same place. You're not moving your feet.
Mine are sliding.
You're just moving your knees.
I'm not sure of a modified version.
There is none. The modified version is you take a rest and get back in. See my feet still? All I'm doing is moving my knees. Makes you have to keep that core tight. 4 seconds. 3, 2, 1. Reset. So we're going to go to downward dog plank. Downward dog is this. Stretch the lower back. Back to plank.
And our plank is on our knees.
Back to downward dog.
Out.
Back to plank. So now we're going to go to an ab move. You're going to get on your back. Switch, kick, punch. Let me put mine down so you can see me. So, switch, kick, punch. You're just switch kicking and punching at the same time. Let me get my headphones back on. So the punch, you're punching the opposite foot, opposite hand. Those of you that are doing modified, you can keep one leg down and lift one leg up.
I think we should be able to.
Whatever works for you.
Okay, I'm wrong side here. If you need to do it, just you can keep your legs higher. If you can't take them the whole way down, or do as we said, one leg up at a time.
So you're pushing your heels out, keeping your legs as straight as possible. You should feel lower ab when your foot goes down.
Core tight.
Upper ab when your core goes up. 2, 1. Come on up and C-sit. Hands under your knees. All right, around your body. Bring it up. Be good to your spine. Around back.
As you see, between each exercise, there is a stretch.
Bring it out. Bring it up. Exhale. Bring it out. Exhale. All right, come back to the round position, C-sit. Now this one's tougher, right? You're going out, feet up, coming up. Modified move, your feet stay down. Keep your eyes on the same spot on the wall.
I can do that one.
X, and up. So I need your hands to go all the way behind you. When you come up, you're not really holding yourself up. You're kind of just touching the sides of your knees so that you're still using your core in that upright position. Now, I got to keep looking at a spot or I get dizzy when I do these. I don't know what that's about, but that's what it is.
Ooh, get a cramp.
When you need to stop, take a stop. The best rest is to round like that. Exhale, catch your balance, come back. That's the best way to rest. So if you're really good at this, you can keep your feet all the way up the whole time. One more down, one more up. All right, extend each leg. I want you to bring your hands to your feet, right? So you're not tucking your head, and I'm not real flexible, my lower back, so this is as far as I can go. I want you to keep your legs straight, though.
So if you can't touch your feet,
touch
like you are.
Yep, touch your shins, your knees.
Yeah.
Just go as far as you can, but keep that head in neutral spine. This is about stretching the back. 3, 2, 1. I want you to roll back. Right? This time, you're going to keep your heels off the ground if you can. If not, you put them on the ground, and we're going to do backstroke. So you're just backstroking alternate hands. If you're modified, you can go 1, 2, and then switch legs. If you're not modified, put them both off the ground. 6 inches off the ground, make sure that lower back is in the ground. You are focusing on pushing that lower back in the ground. That's the key to just about every ab exercise when you're on the floor. So you don't hurt yourself, it's so that you engage that whole core. So if you can lift your shoulders, I can't. This right here burns for me. I'm struggling. I hope you're struggling. 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1. Reset. Back in the C-sit. That's your reset. So now I'm back in C-sit. Right? I'm taking my hands off and I'm stretching my hands across. You know this exercise. You've done this before. I just want you to engage your core while you're doing it. Right? To the other side. Doing it from the side, you guys, so you can kind of see the posture. 3, 2, 1. All right, so now this is tough. So you want the same leg, the same arm in the air. And you want to try to keep those hips level to the ground. You hear I have to concentrate. Then once you get it up there, you want to pulse it. Flex the foot. Pulse it. Arm up and leg up at the same time. You're going to feel that leg glute and then the lower back on the side that you're lifting.
I have to get my balance first.
Balance is hard.
Yeah, I'm not going to be pulsing, guys.
If you can't pulse, don't pulse. Almost there. I think we should have switched sides by now.
I think so too.
Go ahead and switch sides. Pulse it out. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I want you to go back into child's pose because you just used that back. Stretch that back out.
So as you guys see, there's some areas that I really have to work on, and that is balance.
Yeah, balance is tough.
So
mine are ugly. I don't even care.
Transparency is golden.
Bring it back up to all 4. Go ahead and cat-cow yourself. Exhale. Inhale, be nice to that spine. One more time. Be nice to that spine. I want you to walk your hands back to your knees. Come up on your toes. Walk your hands all the way back. Try to keep your fingers on the floor. If you can't, that's okay. Grab your toes. Your head down. Relax your head. Relax your shoulders. Relax your core to really stretch that lower back. Now start to just lift yourself up. Roll your body up. Right about halfway, I tighten my booty to get it out of, to get the pressure out of my lower back. Last thing comes up is my head. Then I go ahead, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, Inhale.
Whoa.
Exhale. And we go ahead and thank God for another day.
Oh, Father, thank you for this day, and thank you for just the opportunity to stretch and just to meet with you again today to learn more about your word. We understand more about how we have to tame our tongue, how we have to watch what we say, how we have to make sure that the words that come out of our mouth are going to be blessing and encouraging seeds and not discouraging to others.
Make it a great day. Or not. Choice is always yours.
Hey, Pam. Hey, Daphne.